I said in my previous review of Phantasm 3, another thing that's incredibly impressive of any low-budget filmmaker is that when they have spare parts or anything that seems like trash, a good low-budget filmmaker never lets any of that go to waste. And that's the metaphor I'm going for as to why I actually do consider Phantasm 4 the best sequel in the Phantasm series. Now, the principal reason that this one is so legitimately interesting is that it does something which in any other movie would be considered lazy. Don Coscarelli uses it to aid into the introspective nature of this particular story. This is a very tight and focused story, entirely digging into the relationship between Reggie, Mike, Jody, and not only that, how their lives have been pretty much interwoven with the tall man and how his poisonous influence has affected all of them. But then they, in turn, go into the past and actually discover the origins of the tall man. This is an extremely well-focused story, just all digging deep into the history of all these characters. And the key ingredient that Don Coscarelli uses to make this whole thing so interesting is that he actually uses a whole bunch of deleted footage from the first Phantasm movie, all scenes that were never ever used, because many Phantasm fans know, but many don't, is that one of the earliest cuts of Phantasm was somewhere in the ballpark, I believe, leaning into 3 hours long. So there was a shit ton of footage that was never used, but a lot of it was stuff that really did help cement the relationship between Reggie, Mike, and Jody. And the fact that their first real battle with the tall man was actually a much more drawn out and arduous affair. So all of that was used, plucked from the cutting room floor of the first movie and put into this one, and was used to actually enrich all the characters to actually make for what was at the time considered to be the finale, because it was supposed to hit home the idea that maybe all of these characters were just destined to be in this non-ending conflict where you have our heroes basically always trying to beat back the tall man from his machinations, and all the while the tall man actually kind of considers these, mere mortals just this this fun distraction while they go along their whole quest of conquest. So it's one that actually does make me understand the characters at the most. So that's why it's my favorite of the sequels.